seconds from Game 7 or from championship number 6. Jordan, open, Chicago with the lead.
Minute remaining, and they're putting Curry in the pick and roll, trying to get him on Irving. Irving and Curry, one-on-one. Irving puts it up. It's good! Kyrie Irving from downtown!
We're sending it in, Jerome. That's for damn sure.
Yes. What is up, everybody? Welcome to Tap Room Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Jordan Stacks on Stacks Lats. Joined as always with my guys, Mr. Big Ball and Ben Larson, and Swervin Irvin Washington.
Sir, just took another dub, too.
Yeah, I saw that. I got the notification that the Sharks scored. The
Red Wings, yeah.
The Red Wings scored. So, congratulations on that one.
Yeah, I'll take it. 3 in 1 day.
It's always good. Always good.
Can't complain.
How we doing tonight? How we doing, fellas?
Good, man. First show of the new year.
Yes, it is. Happy New Year to everybody out there.
It's going to be a big year for Taproom.
Yes, sure. Let's go. That's what we're talking about.
Yep.
Best Coke in America.
Oh, yeah. With real sugar, anything with real sugar is going to be better.
And shout out to Jordan's neck of the woods, Vegas. They've deemed standing on a bridge, any overpassing bridge on the strip, a crime. So you can't stand on the bridge and take pictures. If you get caught, it's a misdemeanor.
What do you mean?
But it is at the sheriff's leisure to enforce it.
What do you mean on a bridge?
So you know the bridges, the crosswalks, and all the intersecting bridges on the strip now?
Uh-huh.
It's a crime to sit on those bridges and not walk past them. You can't take pictures anymore. You can't stand there and sightsee. If the Metro Police, if they want to enforce it, they can charge you with a misdemeanor now.
I think that's only for like F1 probably.
No, it's a law now.
I know, but I'm saying that they probably made that law for like events like F1.
Yeah, because of F1.
Yep.
Fucking stupid ass city.
Oh fuck! I just noticed something too. I gotta take this out. This cannot be in my fucking wheelhouse anymore.
Dude,
pedophile.
Ben, we should make a video of you fucking burning that shit.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do it just yet, because I mean, what happens if he gets like cleared of all this? I doubt it, but.
And what he's most recently charged for is not showing up to his court hearing. So there still aren't any charges for pedophilia or being with a minor.
Still crazy.
It's not looking good.
No, it's not, dude.
If he's not showing up for court hearings and getting arrested for that.
Yeah, getting houses raided looking for him. Yeah, that's not a good thing.
Yeah.
Not a good look.
Not a good look. We are being brought to you by the Sharps app. Make sure to download it, SHARPZ, to your mobile device. Use promo code JORD517. It's free to download. Track your bets. Become a better. Just for those out there that don't use it, it is only available in certain states and areas and certain books to attach it to as well. So if you're a Nevada resident like myself, unfortunately, no book you can attach it to. However, if you're in California, you can attach underdogs, prize picks. If you're in other legalized states, you can basically attach all the legalized books there, such as Bet Rivers, DK, FanDuel, BetMGM, Caesars, etc. So download it, Jord517. Use it to track your bets. Become a better. Start the new year off by doing that, because you'll get to know what you're good at betting, what you're bad at betting, and what you can become better at. Sharps app.
Check all your homies. See what they're betting. See if they're winning, losing, tailing.
If they're in, not in Nevada.
It's true.
Oh, it's funny that Nevada is like the first state that legalized gambling, except it's like really not legalized here.
Yeah, only in certain areas.
No, I mean, you basically just have to go to a casino.
Yeah.
Like even the mobile apps, like you have to sign up at a casino. You have to physically go to a casino and sign up. And then on top of that, the casino doesn't even offer you like a full menu on their mobile app, because they want you to have to go in there
to go in there. Yeah.
So that's how it is out here nowadays.
Where's your button? Dog shit.
Dog shit.
Very true. Anyways, glad to be here tonight. We are down to the final week 18 of the NFL season. We have some playoff implications that are upon us. Real quick, just because a team needs to win to get in, that does not mean that they're going to win. So don't go place a bet just because the team has to win. I promise you that doesn't mean they're going to win. It happens every single year. But right now we do have some playoff implications. So the Ravens, Dolphins, Chiefs, Browns are in the AFC. However, the Dolphins can still lose the AFC East to the Bills if the Bills win the game.
Mm-hmm.
If the Bills beat the Dolphins, which is the last game, Sunday night. Right? That's the Sunday night game? That's what we're going to talk about. The Jaguars win the AFC South with a win. And then the Colts,
they can lose it if they lose, then the winner of the Colts or Texans will take the
division.
Yeah.
And on top of that, the Jaguars could be out of the playoffs. Oh no, are they in the playoffs? No, they could be out of the playoffs.
The Jaguars could be out of the playoffs, yes.
If the Steelers would have to win, and then they would need the Jaguars to lose.
And then
they would need the Colts, right? Or Texans to lose. One of those teams, and then they would need the Bills to lose.
Yeah, so if hold on, the Steelers. How the fuck did the Steelers get in?
But that's also the only way the Jaguars get out of the playoffs is if the Steelers make the playoffs.
Yeah. So the Steelers get in if they win and the Bills lose. If they win and Jacksonville loses or ties, then the Steelers are in. So Jacksonville could be out of the playoffs. If they lose and the Steelers win,
they're out. Yeah, they would be out.
And then the Steelers win the Steelers are in the playoffs if they win with a Texans and Colts tie, or if the Steelers tie and the Jags lose and the Texans Colts doesn't end in a tie.
Jesus Christ.
If you have a Jaguars loss, a Broncos win, and the Texans Colts doesn't end in a tie.
So the Browns, they won their division. They won the AFC North. They're in. Right?
The Browns have
clinched.
No, they did not win the division.
Yeah, they had to have because the only team.
No, they didn't win the division. They clinched a wild card spot.
Yeah, but the only
the Ravens are.
I'm sorry. The Ravens clinched the division. The Browns clinched a wild card. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So a lot of scenarios there.
Who's Denver playing?
The Raiders. A dog shit franchise that we can't beat.
Why? Okay, so hold on. How did the Steelers win if the Jags lose, the Broncos win, and the Colts Texans?
Probably because of tiebreaker scenarios.
Yeah, it got to be tiebreaker because I know the what's the names beat us. The Texans beat the Broncos.
But I have. Well, yeah, okay, I guess I have the Broncos are eliminated.
Yeah, okay. But it's like common opponents, I think, is like one of the tiebreaker scenarios.
Huh, okay.
Record versus common opponents. All right, and then on to the NFC side. So we got the Niners, Cowboys, Lions, Eagles, Rams have all clinched. However, the Rams can move up a seed with an Eagles loss and a Rams win. And then the winner of if the Bucks beat the Panthers, they win the division.
No, the Rams cannot move up.
No, they can move up a seed.
No.
Or they can they can lose a seed if they lose.
They can lose the seed, but they can't move up any higher. Eagles have that 5th spot.
Yeah.
Set.
The Rams can drop to the 7th seed if they lose and the Packers win.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Bucks win the NFC South with a win over the Panthers. the Saints win the NFC South with a win over the Falcons and a Buccaneers loss. The Falcons win the NFC South with a win over the Saints and a Buccaneers loss. And then the Seahawks are in with a Packers loss. Right?
The Seahawks are in
With the Packers loss.
with a Packers loss,
That's
or
it.
a Packers loss. Sorry, a Seahawks tie and a Packers loss and a Buccaneers loss or tie, or a Seahawks tie, Panthers loss, and a Saints loss or tie.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Oh yeah, it's a fucking shit show this year.
And the
Absolute
Vikings
shit show this
The
year.
Vikings we're not even gonna talk about because their chances are so fucking slim. I mean, it would take a fucking miracle for them to get in.
The Vikings can get in if they win, the Packers lose, the Seahawks lose, and the Bucks lose, or the Vikings wins, the Packers lose, the Seahawks lose, and a Saints loss.
And they have to win.
And they have to win. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that game last week between the Vikings and Packers was huge because the winner of that game basically they controlled their own destiny.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, you know, what's his name? What's the Vikings coach? Kevin O'Connell? Is that his name?
Mm-hmm.
But he decided to start Jaron Hall in a must-win fucking game. I don't care who you have on your roster, bro. Like, you can't be starting a rookie. Honestly,
that was terrible.
I honestly like he looked decent versus the Falcons when he was in there for like a drive before he got hurt. But dude, after that first drive, I was like, "Yeah, this ain't gonna work. This is not gonna work." So that's the playoff scenarios. So obviously, a lot going on in this weekend, which is awesome. I mean, for us fans and viewers, because we got some meaningful football. But again, just because some of these teams are playing non-playoff teams doesn't mean that they're not going to play.
I really wish they did it like baseball, though, where they had all the games like starting at one time.
At the same time, yeah.
Yeah, so like all of your AFC games started at 10, all of your NFC games started at 1, vice versa. So, you know, your 5 o'clock game, I mean, I know that the 5 o'clock game is a big game, it doesn't really matter, but maybe some 1 o'clock games, you already know what happened in that 1 o'clock game, and those other teams aren't going to try because what happened in the 10 o'clock game.
I mean, I think the way they set it up was pretty fair, though. I mean, because like Pittsburgh plays on Saturday, right? And if they win, then obviously the Bills have to win. But I mean, the Bills are playing for their division on Sunday, so regardless, like it doesn't matter what happens with the Steelers, right? Like they're still going to be playing. So I don't think that game really fucking matters. I think that's why they put it on Saturday. And then as far as like Houston and Indy are concerned, like the winner of that game obviously is in the driver's seat for the division with a Jacksonville loss. However, Jacksonville still controls their own destiny regardless. Even if Houston or Indy wins that game, Jacksonville win, they win that division. So it doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
Right? So I think they did kind of set it up right. I think they set it up well. To the point where it's like no one knows, because really the Sunday afternoon slate is where like a lot of the movement can happen, and all the teams play. Seattle's playing, the Rams are playing.
That's more so for the NFC. The AFC is a little all over the place.
Right, but the AFC at the end of the day is like I said, Jacksonville still controls their own destiny regardless. So it doesn't matter what happens on Saturday for them.
Yeah.
And then with Pittsburgh, it's like they need everything to go right for them. And one thing they need is Buffalo to lose, but Buffalo's still playing for their division, so it doesn't matter. Yeah. Like they're gonna play. So I don't mind how they set it up.
The Saturday games I think are okay, but it's the AFC Sunday. I think movement is where I'm. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter.
I'm glad they put that Miami Buffalo game Sunday night because that's the biggest game of the weekend.
Yep.
So I'm happy they did that because that's gonna be a phenomenal fucking game.
Yeah. The only game that I think has more implication to it is the Colts Texans, and I would not flex that over the Dolphins Bills. No way.
Nope. Agreed. A lot of money coming in on the Texans, by the way, which we're gonna get to.
It's a win and you're in.
Yep. So let's talk about that game. Colts Texans, winning you're in, so they're at least gonna get a wild card, but can still also win the division with a Jacksonville loss. Currently, Houston laying 1.5. Total's 47.5 on the money line. Houston minus $1.20. Colts coming back plus $1.02. This line opened as the Colts is a slight favorite. They were minus 1.5. So we've seen the line kind of flip. What's your guys' thoughts on this game?
I mean, I think what we saw last week from the Texans is something that they're really pushing to get themselves into the playoffs. I mean, a dominant win over a Tennessee team who they saw 2 weeks ago, and just won in overtime without their starting quarterback. And I think with CJ, and it just really shows what this team can do. You look at what the Colts did 5 weeks ago now, and that was an overtime win as well against Tennessee. So if we're looking at common teams and how they're playing against them, with your starting quarterback in, you're a hell of a lot better than what what the opponent has done against another team in the division. That's something that I will definitely look at when betting this game. And I think Stroud has a fire under his ass to win that Rookie of the Year. I think he already basically has it in the bag.
Oh yeah, he could miss next game and he won.
Yeah, but if he has a 4 or 5 interception game, we know what that does to people's standings. For the awards. So
like my biggest thing with the NFL is the biggest recency bias market. So bettors bet based on how teams performed the last week. The Texans won 26-3 against the Titans, but if you watch that game, dude, like the Texans didn't overwhelm the Titans. It was more like the Titans just fucking suck, dude.
Agreed.
Like I would say the Titans were so bad, like more than I would say the Texans were so good. You right?
I mean, I still think the Texans played well.
Yeah, but I mean the Titans were so bad, bro.
Did.
The Titans had like 9 turnovers, and then fucking Will Levis got hurt. And the Titans are a mess, bro. That team's a fucking mess.
Titans had 1 turnover.
Team sucks, dude.
I agree. The team sucks, but they had 1 turnover. They had 1 fumble. They couldn't do anything on, third down. They're 1-12 on third down. Absolute trash.
Yeah, well, I mean, Will Levis got hurt in like the beginning of the game too.
You got Tannehill in there, who's over the hill.
Just don't got it no more.
No.
Yep.
Talk about washed. I will say the one thing about Indy, dude, is that they are good at home. They play very well at home, and that game against the Raiders was 23-20, but it was actually like a lot worse than that score actually presumes, because the Raiders scored a meaningless touchdown at the end with like 15 seconds to go to pull within 3. So I mean, to be honest, like that score is a lot worse than the actual scoreboard dictates. And for like the first time, like the Colts defense actually looked decent for the whole game.
Again, it's going up against the Raiders.
True, but the Raiders can run the ball, and if you think about it, dude, Houston doesn't have any of their weapons right now. Like Tank Dell's out for the year. That's a huge loss. Yeah. I believe they're also Did Nico Collins play last week?
Nico Collins is not on the injury report. Let me see if he played last week though.
But Brown left last game hurt, so he's
Robert
questionable.
Woods back, though.
They do get Robert Woods back, but they got a ton of injuries, bro.
Nico Collins did play last week, 7 receptions, 80 yards, so he's back.
Okay. This team has a lot of injuries, though.
Oh, agreed.
That does kind of concern me. I do think the Texans are the better team. I think Shane Steichen's the better coach. But, I mean, the line tells a story. I mean, this is a pick-em game, basically.
Yeah.
Can you see a lot of points being scored?
Yeah, probably.
I think the big thing is that you have to stop the run if you're Houston, and they do that well. Because I think Jonathan Taylor is probably the biggest threat for the Colts.
Yeah.
If you can stop the run, then you can win that game. And that's the biggest thing.
It's just I mean, Shane Steichen should be coach of the year. Well, buddy from the Cleveland Browns might have something to say about that.
I think you'd also put
Kevin
Might
O'Connell.
get that to Stefanski.
Yeah. I think
Yeah,
you also
Stefanski.
put D'Amico Ryans in there.
Yeah, but I mean, like, if I told you that losing Anthony Richardson when they did in the beginning of the season and the Colts had a chance to play for their division, you would have been like, nah, there's no fucking way, dude.
Yeah, no, you're right.
That's how good Shane Steichen has been.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Houston is good against the rush, only allowing 3.3 yards per rush allowed.
88 yards per game. It's very good.
It's shocking to me that Indianapolis is actually better offensively statistically than Houston. They average more points per game, more points per play.
Damn.
That's true. Even with their injuries.
Shane Steichen, man. I don't know, man. Like, I know this is very contrarian, and I know, Ben, I know you're sitting on a Texans to make the playoffs. So I mean, honestly, what are you gonna do? Because you could hedge and just take the Colts to win this game, and make money either way.
Colts are even right now, so I couldn't. Because I got Houston at minus 125.
Yeah, but if you put, just to make math simple, 100, like if you bet $100 or $125 to win 100, and then you bet 50 on the Colts to win, then you win $100. So yeah, you don't make your money back, but at least you win something if they win. And then if you win,
I'd have to put 100 on Indy, or 125 on Indy to make my money back on.
Yep, no, I wouldn't hedge to like make your full money. I'm just saying, like, you could play Indy to make some money.
Mm-hmm.
Where it's to the point where if you win Houston, you win some money, and if you win Indy, you win some money, and you don't lose as much.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like, it's just a slight hedge.
Yeah.
Have you thought about that? Are you just gonna let it ride?
But I think I'm just gonna let it ride.
Nice.
I think Houston is a better team. I think Houston is coming back strong with CJ.
I think both
CJ
teams
is
are
the better
pretty even.
QB. I think Singletary is definitely not a Jonathan Taylor, but I think he's admirable to it. And I think the receiving core for both teams, even hurt. I think Nico Collins is just as good as Pittman or Alec Pierce.
Pierce is kind of nice.
2? Huh?
Pierce is kind of nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
He got some burners, dude, for a white guy. Is he white?
No.
He looks white. He get
I've never
drafted by
seen
the
him
white
with-
team.
I've never seen him with his helmet off. So
He looks like he'd get drafted by the white team.
He can be either team.
He could play for either
but
team.
y'all need some help at wideout, so y'all can take him.
Bro, we got Cooper Kupp, bro. What are you talking about?
That's one receiver.
Yeah, and then we got
Oh, maybe he is.
hey, he looks
Yeah,
like
he is one.
bro, we got Cooper Kupp, man.
That's fine.
And we dominate the tight ends, bro.
That's fine.
There's no question about that. Best running back too.
That's weird to say too. That's crazy. But yeah, wide receivers, we're definitely
Okay, where does Puka go?
he goes on the Pacific Islanders Asian team.
Okay. Himself and
Oh, there's actually
Himself.
dude, you didn't see the segment with was Mila Kimes and Younghoe Koo from Atlanta. They drafted an Asian /
Kimes is on that
Pacific
team?
Islander team. What?
Mina Kimes is going to be on that team.
No, there's
Your
like
running back.
because if you add Pacific Islanders in there, there's hella Samoans in the league. So
True.
you could definitely make a team. And then like Kyler Murray's like he's part Japanese, so it's like you have a quarterback right there.
So he's a Dodger fan now.
Oh God, I don't know what his favorite baseball team is. He's a better baseball player than he is football player though.
Just keeping it real. If he's a Japanese, he got to ride with Shohei.
I don't know if he's Japanese or Korean or Chinese, dude. He's definitely got his mom. I guess is like Asian though. I don't know. There's
Probably.
a video of it. You could search. You could
Probably,
search it.
probably Korean.
I don't know. He's a big Bruce Lee fan though. That's his dude. All right, Irv, who do you got? Who you like in Houston? I'm leaning towards Indy. I haven't got there yet, but I'm leaning towards
Oh
Indy.
yeah, you was right. It's Korean.
Korean.
Nope, he's a KBO guy, so now he's probably a Giants fan.
Oh, he wasn't an A's fan until they moved to Vegas.
He's still technically under contract with the A's, so
Yeah.
he may.
Ninth overall pick.
If the A's paid him like the
Nah, he had
Cardinals
to.
paid him,
He had to
then-
forfeit the signing bonus from the A's.
Misoon Murray. His father name is Kevin.
Yeah, was his dad in like the military or something?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so he met her in Korea. Makes sense. All right, so Irv, who you got in the Houston Indy game?
I'm gonna lean the Texans because they have a better defense, and when games like this, you always want to go with the team that's playing a better defense. The problem with the Texans is, like you said, their offense is kind of hamstrung because they're missing their best weapon, and those other receivers have yet to step up to try to,
Fill the
ease the
void.
pain of losing Tank Dell. I think if John Mechie can get back to what he was at Alabama, that could be a big help, but I think he's still a year away. Wait, is he's back playing now, right?
Yep.
He's back playing now. Yeah, he's been playing pretty much all year this year, but
Okay.
He's
so
been
yeah,
like
he's a-
limited snaps though.
he doesn't. Yeah, and he doesn't get the.
But yeah, I think I'm gonna lean. It could be a high scoring game. I could really see a shootout because the Colts score a lot of points at home, but the problem is they give up a lot of points too.
Yep.
So, and they just gave up 20 points to the Raiders.
But one was a garbage time touchdown.
Yeah, that was a garbage time touchdown, but still, you gave up 20 points to the Raiders. So,
That game's still under.
what's the over under for that game? What, 42, 43?
47 and a half.
Yes, that's kind of high.
And I feel like because of the playoff implications, it's going to be played a lot tighter.
Yeah, it could be.
I'd lean under, to be honest.
Yeah.
I agree. And I think if you're leaning the under, I think it kind of coincides with the Colts.
Cool.
Why is that?
Because I feel like that game benefits the Colts. A low scoring game benefits the Colts more than it does the Texans. I mean, like I said, it's a pick'em game basically. The line tells you. But if I'm like, usually when I look at totals, I'm like, You know, if I'm looking at a total like 47.5 and I like the over, then I'm probably playing the Texans because I know the Colts aren't going to be able to score with CJ Stroud.
Yeah.
This game's been heavily betted to the over because it's opened a point lower.
Yeah.
It's moved from 46.5 to 47.5.
Makes it better. I'd like the under more at 49, but
Wouldn't everybody?
49 is a
Two and a half
key number.
point and a half there, yeah.
Well, 49 is a key. It's a key total number.
Okay.
All right, let's move on to the next one. Also in the AFC South, Jacksonville and Tennessee. This game's on Sunday morning. Currently Jacksonville laying 5.5 on the road at Tennessee. Is Will Levis playing this game? Do we know?
Will Levis is questionable as of right now.
So this could be Tannehill's like going away party. Total's 40.5. On the money line, Jacksonville minus 240, Tennessee plus $1.98. Any updates on
Trevor Lawrence?
Yeah, I was gonna say, is there any updates on Trevor Lawrence?
Verabel said he was non-committal about Levis. Lawrence is loading.
It says improving in his day-to-day ahead of Week 18 contest against Tennessee.
Yeah, he's got to play though.
Yeah, I think he's playing.
It's literally a playoff spot on the line. He's playing.
Yeah, and you know who he looked like? I was watching Troy the other day. He looked like Achilles' cousin. Patrick got killed by Hector. He looked just like him. That probably was him. Trevor Lawrence is a time traveler.
Oh shit, I'm dead, bro. He also looks
the
like
QB comparisons when like the male and female, and Trevor Lawrence looks exactly like himself.
Yeah. He also looks like that dude from
No change.
He also looks like that dude from Ghostbusters too. That's the painting.
Oh, I gotta look it up.
You can see that. That guy's a little creepier than Trevor Lawrence.
Oh, hell
can
no.
see
That's not cool. I didn't like that painting growing up.
Yeah, that shit was always a little scary, huh? All right. So
ugly ass white guy.
So I was talking before we like got into everything. I was saying, you know, don't just take teams because they have to win. This is a spot where I'm actually looking to back Tennessee because Vrabel is the type of dude that like wants to ruin your fucking season. That's just how I feel like.
Yeah,
Vrabel.
but does he have the people?
I can see that, but
he almost won that game last year with Josh Dobbs.
If he had Will Levis, I would be a little more confident.
But they don't got to win; they just got to cover.
Yeah, that's true, but I don't think Tannehill can get the job done no more, man.
And I think with the line movement that we see, it opened at 3 and now it's at 5.5. I think that does mean that Trevor Lawrence is playing.
Yeah, the market's definitely telling you they
2.5 points. Yeah,
they think he's playing. Man, I just look at Mike Vrabel, dude, and it's tough to like. This is just the type of spot where his team's gonna get up, man.
Trash.
Yep,
that team is trash.
And the market's down on them because they got dog walked by the Texans last week. This is a perfect buy low spot in my opinion on a team like the Tennessee Titans. Like I'm probably definitely getting to the window with the Titans plus 5.5. It's ugly. It's not gonna be pretty. But I'm telling you right now, Mike Vrabel is going out swinging, dude.
Yeah, but I think Mike Vrabel is going to be the only one who's going out swinging.
Nah, his team plays hard for him, dude. They always do.
Garbage time touchdown against Seattle. The Houston and Indy.
Houston
didn't have.
That wasn't a garbage time touchdown for Seattle. Seattle had a game-winning drive to win the game.
Seattle, they scored
Seattle scored a game-winning kickoff, and they were down 7 points before that. They were down 10 points.
Oh, yeah, 57 seconds left. Never mind. I thought the Derrick Henry touchdown with 3 minutes left was the one I was thinking of.
Nope. That was when I knew they were gonna push on it because I was like, fuck, they gave them too much time. Seattle's gonna go down. Fucking sorry ass fucking Tennessee.
Seattle
things.
minus 2.5. They still covered.
Nah, it was. But if you were smart and you got 3.5, you covered.
If you got 3.5, closed at 2.5 though.
Yeah. This guy got 3.5.
There you go.
That's why numbers matter. But I think 5.5 is just too much in this spot, man. Jacksonville doesn't cover 5.5, and fucking they always be playing close games.
Except for the shittiest team in the league.
Yeah, without Trevor Lawrence too.
Doesn't have their first round pick.
I like Tennessee.
Yeah.
Here.
I think Jacksonville wins this game, but by the 5.5, I don't know. I lean it, but I don't know. I don't know if Tennessee's gonna come out. This is a stay away game for me.
No, they're coming. Trust me, this is their Super Bowl, dude. They could fucking ruin a whole team's fucking season in their division, nonetheless.
Yeah, that is a big part of the division game, which they always do play close. 2 of them have been to overtime. They lost them both, but
what do you think, Irv?
It's hard, man.
the big thing is QBs are question marks too.
Yeah, I can't back. I know Vrabel's a hell of a coach, but Tannehill, man, he's just not it no more.
Was he ever it?
Yeah, so it looked like it for a while. When he got that contract, those injuries start piling up, and he just can't stay healthy.
So you're leaning Jacksonville.
If Patrick plays, I gotta lean Jacksonville here. They might not cover, but I think they win for sure.
What'd you call him?
Patrick Keely's cousin from Troy.
What about the over under here sitting at 39.5? That's pretty low.
That's low.
Yeah, I think it's
a lot of those over unders that's in the 30s been going over except for a couple.
Yep.
I know the Broncos and Chargers didn't go over, but Sticky ain't needs to be sticked out the league. So, well,
bro,
yeah,
it's crazy that the Chargers fucking like that's their backup quarterback, bro. They were like, yeah, we're gonna go with Easton Stick.
What happened to didn't they have Daniels for a long ass time?
He retired.
Oh, that's what happened. Okay.
Yep. Yeah, he retired in
first game that these two played. 34-14.
Yeah, it was a smashing.
Way the fuck over though.
He kind of does look like him.
Yeah, there we go.
That's hilarious.
Bro, just like Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, I'm leaning towards the Titans here. It's probably gonna be my best bet.
I won't be surprised if they cover. But if Trevor Lawrence comes out and has a legacy game, it might get all bad for the Titans. Because if that offense plays like it did last week, this gonna get ugly real fast.
Yeah, I don't think they play as bad.
Is Christian Kirk coming back?
I'm not sure. Ben,
What was his injury anyway?
I think it was a hamstring.
Christian Kirk. Let me see. Hold on.
If he plays, I think I'm gonna definitely have to lean Jaguars for very sure.
No, he's still on IR.
Okay.
Damn.
Let's see if there's any update here.
Oh, he had a groin injury.
Yeah, he'll have his 21-day practice window open Wednesday, and he could return for Sunday's regular season finale. That was 2 days ago. We haven't had any updates since.
Yep, leaning towards the Titans, fellas. It's ugly. It is ugly.
It's very ugly.
Dog shit.
But it's gonna hit. Plus
There's
5.5.
any bet I think I'm taking for this game, it's over. Even then, that's a stretch.
All right, let's move to the next game. We got where are we? Atlanta versus the Saints. Saints are lane 3 at home. Totals 42.5. This is a must-win game for both of these teams. I'm going to go get a refill of my drink while you guys talk about this real
Christian
quick.
Kirk's really did. Oh no, it said testicular torsion injury on the field. What the?
Damn. You fucking ripped his balls.
Oof.
So if Atlanta wins and the Bucks lose, they can clinch the division. But that's it. They can't. That's the only thing they can do is win the division. They won't get any wild cards. And then the Saints are at, if they win and the Bucks lose or tie, and then if the Saints tie and the Bucks lose, then they're in.
Mm-hmm.
Saints clinch a playoff berth with a win, a Seahawks loss or tie, and a Packers loss or tie. Or if the Saints tie, the Seahawks have to lose and the Packers have to lose. So, I mean, either way, it's going to be a stretch for either of these teams to get in. And it's, I mean, to me, it's fucking battle of the mediocre quarterback versus battle of the underused running back and underused wide receivers because you have a mediocre quarterback. I mean, this is a tough one for me because it's like, do you put your faith into Derek Carr, who has a little bit more gameplay in these situations, or Desmond Ridder, who's fucking Jekyll and Hyde of if he's even going to be decent?
Damn, Ritter starting?
I think so.
Oh,
Heineke is questionable.
Yeah, I might. If Ritter starts, I might have to lean Saints.
I don't know.
You is still
cannot
dealing
back
with an ankle injury, but we'll try to be ready to play Week 18 against New Orleans.
And plus, the Bears just whoops the Falcons' ass.
Yeah, and honestly, Heineke has not won a game this year when he started. He throws too many. He throws too many. Like, he makes more plays than Ritter, but he also makes as crazy as it sounds, he makes a lot more dumber decisions too.
Yeah,
true.
I mean, I can't believe I'm saying this. I think this is the Saints game.
Yeah, I think it is too, especially if Kamara comes back.
And their defense has looked better the last couple of weeks. And if this was in Atlanta, I would have a different opinion on, because the Falcons play a lot better at home. But being on the road, man, I don't trust Arthur Smith. And the fact that, like, I would take fucking what's the fucking dog shit head coach's name of the Saints? Dennis Johnson?
Dennis Allen.
Dennis Allen. The fact I would take him over fucking Arthur Smith tells you how bad Arthur Smith is, dude.
Yeah.
It's bad.
Well, we don't know if Kamara's going to be back. We haven't gotten any. He's rehabbing. That's all the information we have.
Just throw Taysom Hill back there, bro.
Yeah, I would lean. I'm a lean Saints. They coming off a big win on the road against Tampa Bay, who's been hot.
I actually don't like the fact that they're coming off a big win because it's a good letdown spot.
Yeah, but I can't trust this Falcons team on the road.
I don't trust them on the road.
When you were out, it's like, but who do you trust? Do you trust Derek Carr, who's got a little bit more experience in this situation? Or do you trust Ritter, who's Jekyll and Hyde, and even when he's Jekyll, he's fucking, or Hyde, whichever the good one is, he's not even that good.
Who? Derek Carr?
Ritter,
yeah. Well, I mean, you honestly look at it, and Derek Carr, he's not really going to turn it over that much because he's not going to force things down the field. He's just going to check it down all game.
Mm-hmm.
And he has weapons, dude. Like, Chris Olave is one of the best receivers in the league now. And obviously the Falcons have a ton of weapons, but Arthur Smith doesn't know how to get them the ball. So
exactly. Yep.
the one thing I will say is like the Saints have honestly struggled to stop the run all year, which could benefit the Falcons in a way because that's the Falcons' strength of their team. Like they want to run the football. I just at the end of the day, dude, I just don't trust the Falcons on the road at all. Like this is an absolute no play for me because the fact that the Saints won that big game at Tampa last week and the Falcons lost the way they did at Chicago, like it's a total buy low spot on the Falcons. But dude, there's no fucking way I'm putting US dollars on the Falcons here, dude. If I had to play this, if you put a gun to my head, I'm playing the Saints. But I don't like this spot.
Would you be surprised if I told you that the Saints defense is ranked number 6 right now?
Yeah, but do they allow 4.5 yards per rush, dude?
Oh yeah, no. I understand that. Where is Atlanta's at 10, but offensively, the Saints are ranked only 3 teams behind Kansas City.
The Saints?
The Saints.
Yeah, I mean, the Saints average more points per game than the Atlanta Falcons. They average more points per play. They average a better scoring
Falcons
margin.
are ranked 23rd.
Like, I mean, the Saints are technically better offensively, but a lot of that is because, dude, the Falcons have a big deficiency at quarterback, dude. And as bad as we all think Derek Carr is, and like he's not that great of a quarterback, but he's better than what the Falcons are going to trot out there.
Yeah, exactly. In both senses, in Heineke or in
Heineke, you can't trust, bro, because he turns the ball over way too much, way too much.
Heineke 5 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. Ritter 10 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. Either way, you're getting a lot of turnovers there.
Yep.
Derek Carr 21 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. They put up points.
Yep. Maybe the over is a play here. What's the total?
42.5.
I still like playing division overs, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's Saints, man.
Yeah, I mean, I lean the Saints too, but like I said, like, if it was under a field goal, I would probably play it in a heartbeat.
Just putting down as my best bet, as the options for my best bet. I put my favorite bet from each game is Saints by a half a point to get it at 2.5.
I mean, at this point, I mean, a lot of the threes are juiced, Ben. So you're looking at, if you're buying a half a point, you're looking at laying like minus 130.
I see it at minus 115 for minus 3 Saints.
Yeah. So if you buy a half point, you're minus
125, 130.
Yeah, that's a lot.
But it's better than the money line at 165.
I mean, at least with the money line, if you think about it, so what's that saying? That's saying
those extra 2.5 points.
Saying it's like 10 cents a point. So
yeah,
at that point, if you like them to win, then you might as well just lay the fucking juice.
Yep.
Would have really liked it at 2.5. At 3.5, I'd probably play the Falcons. So
let me see what the actual line is for this one. At 2.5.
Let me see who got this game up.
Yeah, does anybody have it at 2.5?
Let's see.
At 2.5, it's sitting at minus 135.
Yeah, every book's different on buying points. Some, like if in that case, if it's minus 115, they're charging you 20 cents a point. The value is playing the money line. If you think they're gonna win,
it's crazy because that first half a point is 20 cents, but then every half a point after is only 10 cents. So they juice it for that first half.
So,
and it opened at
Westgate said
minus 3.5.
Yeah.
So do you think it keeps going down? Do you think we find a 2.5 at game time?
I think if anything, it's trending towards back to 3.5. I just think this is that kind of game where, I mean, we all said it, like if it's under a field goal, we like the Saints. And as I said, if it's 3.5, I like the Falcons. So it's like if it goes back to 3.5, I probably play the Falcons, which I'm assuming a lot of sharp guys would do, which would push the line back down to 3. So it's just gonna fluctuate between 3 and 3.5 all week. I think that's where this line is at, because if you look at all the books, you know, Westgate's at -3, -120, Circa -3, -115, Caesars -3, -115, Chris -1, -3, -115. So everywhere is kind of like right there. They're trending back towards 3.5.
What do you see at money line? Because I'm seeing 170. ESPN Bet, which I know is trash.
Westgate's at
-165.
-170. Chris is at -170. DraftKings is at -170. Circa -165. Caesars -170. South Point -170. So
A lot of 170s.
yeah, it's a lot of 170s. Caesar's always gonna. I'm sorry. Circa's always gonna have the lowest money line because they don't have a high hold on theirs. So I mean, not like under a field goal on this game. I like the Saints. Over a field goal, I like Atlanta.
I know we're not talking about it, but did you see this barn burner? The Jets versus the Pats.
Oh yeah. What's the total? 31?
30.5.
Damn.
Yep. Woo.
They gotta go over that.
But will they?
I don't know,
Probably
bro.
not.
I don't know.
I think I take Bailey Zappi in that, but
Damn, final score gonna be 3-0. Damn.
The only thing that
Yeah.
sucks in games that low with a total, dude, one defensive touchdown changes everything.
Yeah, everything.
That shit could make and break a fucking total like that. Fucking Iowa, dude. All right.
wow. Kansas City, LA, it's only 36.
Yeah, because the Chargers suck, dude.
Yeah,
Easton
Chargers
Stick,
only gonna score 3 points.
bro. That dude sucks so much, bro. He's got to be the
Pittsburgh,
worst
Baltimore
backup.
is at 36.5 too. Super low.
Like, bro, of all the quarterbacks on the planet, how do you have a backup that fucking bad, dude? It's crazy.
And the rest of their offense is not that great. Where's
No.
the money? Joey Bosa sitting on the park bench
Oh my god. Hey,
yelling at black people.
I think he's out.
yeah, he's not as racist as his brother Ben.
No, I'm sure they both are.
Yeah,
That
but
comes with the family.
at least Joey keeps it quiet. His brother,
wraps, yeah.
his brother likes to let it be known,
Oh.
or at least at one point he did like to let it be known. All right, let's move on to Chicago and Green Bay. Big matchup here. Last year, obviously the Lions with nothing to play for won outright in Green Bay to end the Packers season, ended
Aaron
Rodgers'
Rodgers, though.
career there.
Yeah.
Currently, Packers lane 3. The total's 44 on the money line. Packers minus $1.66. Bears plus $1.40. What do you guys think about this game here?
I kind of lean Justin Fields here
Yeah, Team Bears.
because Justin Fields is playing for his fucking career. Because this is a big question of, you know, is Chicago going to keep Fields or not? And if whether they keep him or not, he's going to be playing for another team to want him. Because right now there aren't too many other teams that will want Justin Fields.
No, he'll definitely get another shot.
But is it going to be fighting against another mediocre QB?
I mean, who knows? But there's obviously, you know, Justin Fields would start for the fucking Falcons tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean that's probably, you know, them, you know, maybe Tampa Bay. There's not too many teams. Maybe Denver.
I don't know if I would take Fields over Mayfield right now.
Is Justin gonna go to Denver? Or
I wouldn't mind. Probably
Like,
too.
there's only a few teams that maybe the Commanders, the Howells, decent there.
Oh no, how is their guy?
But the Commies also have a top 3 pick, so if they
Yeah.
want a quarterback, they can draft another quarterback.
That's true. Is it top 3 right now?
I'll say give me Justin Fields to Atlanta or Denver.
I think it's Atlanta. But
It's probably the 2 most likely landing spots. Although, like, who knows, man? Kirk Cousins could end up. He's a free agent too. So
yeah, but Kirk Cousins after this injury, I don't know if he.
maybe he's gonna. You could sign him to a team friendly deal, man. You never know.
Hmm.
The only reason why, and like, this isn't to like shit on Justin Fields, but you know he has been very inconsistent throughout his career. Like, that much cannot be that can't be understated. And like, while he does make like 2 to 3 dynamic plays a game, he also makes a lot of bad plays a game. So while you do get the exciting, unbelievable, 75-yard run chances, you also get a lot of fucking stupid fumbles, which we saw in the Vikings game. We get a lot of bad interceptions. There's also a lot of bad overthrows. It's just a lot of inconsistency from him. And at the end of the day, is like, if you're a franchise, an organization like the Bears who are rebuilding, and yeah, you got a lot of good building blocks on the defense and on the offensive line, but you're still pieces away, man. There's no point in going and having one more year of control and then having to pay a quarterback that kind of money when you're still rebuilding, when you can go and get a top 3 quarterback in a draft, in a good draft class, and build your team around a quarterback making nothing. So, I mean, financially, it makes too much sense for the Bears to move on. Plus, they could trade Justin Fields for like a 2nd or 3rd round pick. So you're not only are you building around a quarterback with a making nothing, but you're also getting assets for Justin Fields. So I do think that Justin Fields' time is done in Chicago. I think it's up. They're gonna move on, man. This front office didn't draft him. They got no ties to him.
Could be another way to look at it too.
Yeah, I mean, there's also you also look at it and you say, maybe he's not that far away, like, because the potential is there. You see the potential. Like I said, you see 3 to 4 plays a game, but it's like the Browns game. Like, the Browns game was hella close, bro. He looked like, outside of 2 plays, dude, he looked like shit that game. So it's like, what Justin Fields am I getting? Am I getting the Justin Fields in the Atlanta game, or am I getting the Justin Fields in the Browns game? Am I getting the Justin Fields in that Vikings game? Because that was fucking trash. Or am I getting Justin Fields in the Detroit game? That's the thing. He's just hella inconsistent, dude. And that in year 4, dude, you just can't be that inconsistent when a team has to decide whether they want to invest in you or not. But that opens up another possibility, another door to another franchise who is like the Falcons, who are drafting too low to get a good guy. And they're like, hey, we'll give this guy a year. If he balls out, we sign him. If not, we move on.
Who we talking about?
I was just saying the reason why I think the Bears are moving on from Justin Fields, regardless of what happens.
Yep. But their fans want Fields.
Yeah, but fans are also they're fans for a reason. They're fanatics.
Yeah, they'll also enjoy winning. So,
well, they also don't think logically. Like, at the end of the day, it's easier to build a team around a quarterback making nothing than it is to build around a quarterback with his inconsistencies, which you're going to have to pay money.
Okay. I don't disagree with you.
So they got to figure it. But I mean, that's a decision, and it's a tough decision because he has shown potential and he has shown flashes where you're like, it's like, okay, if he could ever figure it out and play consistent, like, that could be a hell of a fucking quarterback, dude. But he just hasn't been able to. And then it's like, people are like, well, he doesn't have this and he doesn't have that. Okay, now you're gonna give him this and that when you're paying him $40 million. How? Yeah. So it's it is. But as far as this game goes, I also do lean the Bears here, though. I think the Bears defense has been playing phenomenal. They've been a top 5 defense for the last few months since the Saints game on November 5th. Actually, before that, the Raiders game, October 22nd, they've been a top 5 defense. So I think that they can contain Jordan Love, and really you just got to get pressure on Jordan Love, make him throw under pressure, although he has gotten better as the season has gone on. But I do like the Bears here. Plus, I think the Packers still can't really stop the run. The Bears are going to obviously be able to run the football, which I think presents a problem. Plus, I mean, this is just feels like a LaFleur dud coming, dude.
Yeah.
LaFleur dud. And Green Bay's coming off that game against the Vikings. Everyone's like, oh my God, Green Bay is so good. And last time this happened, after that Chiefs game, they fucking lost to the Giants. Feels like that same exact fucking spot, dude.
Damn.
Just absolutely fucking sell high on the Packers here. But, I mean, who knows, man? Jordan Love. This is a big game for him, dude. Because if he leads the Packers to the playoffs his first year, I mean, that's huge.
Definitely is. It's still a stay away from game for me.
Yeah, I lean the Bears, but probably won't play this game. Might play the over, though. Maybe.
44.5. I mean, it's going to be a close game. But
what's the weather going to be like? I mean, obviously it's pretty far out, so we don't have an accurate.
28 degrees and snowing. Under.
Nah, I like snow overs, dude. Let the market bet it down and then bet it over. Look at last week, dude. It was snowing in that Atlanta game. Look at the score of that game. 54 total points. Total was 39.5. I've heard from inside people in the NFL, like people that actually played in the NFL, that snow games are easier to play in than rain games.
Oh, easy, yeah.
Because in the snow,
the ball isn't slick.
Yeah, and in the snow too, it hella benefits the offense because you know where you're going. The defense doesn't. Yeah. So they're reacting. They're the ones sliding around and stuff. So it's much more beneficial towards the offense than it is the defense.
Yeah, I get you on that. And it's a 125 game. Well, I guess in Chicago, in Green Bay, it's gonna be 3:30. Yeah,
3:30 or 4? No, it'll be 4. Aren't they 3 hours in?
No,
they're
2 hours difference. Yeah, but fuck, 28 degrees at kickoff at 2:30. 3:30. It's gonna be fucking cold at the end of the game.
Yeah, fuck that shit, dude.
Yep, no, thank you.
All right, let's move on to. So we all kind of lean the Bears there, right?
Yep.
All right, Seattle at Arizona. Seattle must-win game. Arizona coming off a big win against the Philadelphia Eagles. Seattle coming off a bad home loss to the Steelers, which if they win that game, this game is basically meaningless. Okay. Currently, Seattle laying 2.5. This opened at 3, so it's been bet down. The total's at... What's up, Irv?
Yeah, I like the over for this game. I think it's going to be a shootout.
47.5.
Yeah. The Seahawks give up points. The Cardinals can score with the best of them. Yeah.
If Arizona's smart, they do not win this game.
Yeah, we said the same thing about the Texans last year.
Yeah. I mean, Arizona has the 4th bet right now? 3rd bet.
4th.
No, 3rd.
No, 4th. There we go. Bears, Commies, Patriots.
Nope. Patriots are ranked lower.
How the Patriots have how many wins? They have 3 wins?
4-12.
Oh, they have the
Patriots are
same
4 and
record.
12. Cardinals are 4 and 12. Commanders are 4 and 12.
Interesting.
It's
So they have the same record.
Carolina, Patriots, Arizona, Commies.
Yeah, I mean, this would be definitely beneficial for the Cardinals to lose, but that doesn't mean that the guys are going out there to lose this game.
Oh, absolutely. And it also doesn't mean that the Patriots win, even though the Patriots can win this game against the Jets. But the Patriots or the Commies win this game, their game. So again, it's beneficial for them, but Commies aren't beating Dallas. There's no fucking.
I don't know. Dallas got nothing to play for, though.
Even then, I think Dallas can throw out fucking Trey Lance, and
Or is Dallas still playing for the division or not? Did Dallas win the division? It's already wrapped up.
Dallas has, let's see, clinched a playoff berth, so they have not clinched the division.
So they do have to win. Is it at Washington or at Dallas?
It is at Washington.
Ugh, I don't know, man. Dallas sucks on the road, bro.
Yeah, but Washington is so bad right now. They've lost 7 straight.
Yeah. That team is they look dead in the fucking water, dude.
If they hadn't traded away their defense, I think you could possibly put a chance with the Commanders, but they've looked bad. So fucking bad.
What do you think about
They're
this Arizona
5
game?
in their division?
Before we get to that, what do you think about the Arizona game?
I mean, I think you've got to take Seahawks here. I think a big part of that is because it's smart for the Cardinals to lose.
Said the same thing
Seattle
last
is
year.
a better team.
I don't know.
Eh,
I don't know if Seattle's a better team than Arizona. Arizona's got the better quarterback.
yeah,
They got the better offensive line.
questionable.
Seattle definitely has a better weapons.
Yeah, running back and wide receivers.
Cardinals
Both.
probably have the better defense.
Defense.
They're both pretty even.
Cardinals the second to worst defense.
Yeah, but based on second worst defense, based on what?
Overall.
Based on yards, points.
Overall defense, they're ranked.
Because I mean,
29th.
they're only giving up 0.3
Points
yards
as well.
more per play. On defense, they're definitely fucking giving up 27 points per game.
Yeah, they're giving up 4 more points. Sorry, 3.2 more points. 0.8 sacks. Not as many plays. Yards is less to Arizona.
Give me that over.
It's the run. That's the big difference, is Arizona's not as good against the run and in the red zone.
Arizona is allowing 4.6 yards per rush. Seattle allowing 4.5. It's really the pass play. They're allowing 10.3 yards per completion compared to 10.1. They don't sack the quarterback very much. They only have a 6% sack rate. They have a better red zone TD percentage defensively than Seattle does. Seattle's 62%. They let in Cardinals 61%.
61.8.
61.76 to be exact.
I see 62.3 and 61.8. Not much difference. This the red zone touchdowns 2.1 per game versus 2.6 per game.
Yeah, but the percentages speaks more because if someone's in the red zone more, they're obviously going to score more.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think these teams are pretty close, dude.
Yeah.
They're much more.
They definitely are.
They're much more closely aligned than.
Offensively, I don't think you can look at the numbers because Kyler's been out for so long.
Yeah, and last game they played, it was 20-10, and Kyler didn't play in that game.
Yeah.
And the Cardinals were coming off that big win against the fucking the Cowboys, I believe. Was that the week? No, that was not. Was it? Yeah, that was a week after they played the Cowboys, right?
Let's see. Oh fuck! I just pressed the wrong thing. What the fuck am I doing? Just opened up like 15 ads because I hit space instead of control. Cardinals
on the October 15th.
October 15th, Cardinals October 15th they played. October 22nd, they lost 20-10. The week before, they played the Rams, which was 26-9. Dallas, the next game was the Niners after that, and they lost by 19.
Interesting.
They played Dallas week 3. They played Seattle week 7.
Oh, that's right. They played Dallas week 3. I lean the Cardinals here. I think they.
I like the over. Probably be my best bet.
Yeah, they put 30 up with Romeo Dobbs, and I'd put Kyler. Do you put Kyler at 17 more points?
I mean, the offense has been a lot better with Kyler in it, that's for sure. And they've gotten better every week, too.
Is Tyler worth 3 possessions? Kyler, excuse me, worth 3 possessions?
Yeah, he's top 10. Ceiling is a top 5 quarterback.
Not when you have crap around him.
Well, he makes crap look good. So,
I mean, dude, they have talent. They have like one of the best up and coming tight ends in football on their team, Trey McBride. They got Michael Wilson, who's a nice young receiver. And then him and Hollywood Brown, I mean, they've been playing together for fucking... They played together at Oklahoma. They have like a good connection. And honestly, the Cardinals got some nice young talent on that defense. They obviously have holes, right? Obviously, they're a fucking 3-4 win team, but they play hard, man. Every week they fucking play hard for Jonathan Gannon.
Yeah, I mean, hell of a lot better coach decision there, but fuck, I don't know about this game. I do not know.
I like the Cardinals. All right. Let's move on. Buffalo, Miami, the game of the week. Buffalo currently laying 3 in Miami on the road. Totals 49.5. What do you guys think about this one?
the way this Miami defense been playing, if the offense doesn't put up 40, I don't see them beating the Bills.
I agree. I mean, they beat Dallas.
Yeah, but the injuries are piling up on defense. Bradley Chubb just tore his ACL.
Buffalo fucking tore Dallas a new one, 31-10.
That's true.
Then Jalen Phillips, I think he ruptured his Achilles. So they two best pass rushers are out.
Yep.
Xavier Howard might not play. He has a foot or ankle injury. So the only chance the Dolphins have this game is to outscore the Bills. So
Agreed. And last time these two teams played, Buffalo, I mean, just dominated at the line of scrimmage, dude.
yeah,
Just on both sides of the football. And I think that's Miami's biggest weakness. And I think that's why they struggle against good teams is because the good teams just overpower them. And against the bad teams, they can like out finesse them and they run those fucking jet sweeps everywhere and all that other shit. But against the good teams, they can't do that. They're not able to move the ball like that. I mean, look at what Baltimore did to them last week. Bro, they couldn't even stop Baltimore.
yeah, that got ugly.
And regardless of the Bill, I mean, dude, 6 weeks ago, people were saying the Bills weren't going to make the playoffs. Now they're fighting. Now they have a chance to win the division.
Yeah, but they could also miss the playoffs.
Yeah, but dude, they have more one-score losses than anybody in the NFL. And I said it back then. I said they're going to have positive regression. It's coming. It's coming. Just like I said, the Eagles were going to have negative one-score regression. Look at both those teams hitting different directions. The Bills are still a great football team, dude, regardless of what their record says.
I don't disagree with you. I'm on the same side of you. But to play devil's advocate here, the Bills are a very Jekyll and Hyde team.
They're not, though. They just have one or two bad turnovers in the games they lost. Not even that. It's just inopportune times when they turn the ball over. I mean, against the Eagles, they had one turnover. But where was the turnover? In the fucking red zone.
Yeah. Josh Allen turns the ball over a lot. That's a major
But
problem.
he also makes hella plays.
Yeah. No, I'm again, I'm on the same side as you here.
That's the thing that I tell people with Josh Allen. Well, he throws a lot of interceptions. He turns the ball over. Okay, where are the Bills without Josh Allen? They're probably a lottery team.
Oh, yeah,
Not a lottery team, but they're picking a new quarterback, dude. You know what I mean?
The Bills lose to teams they shouldn't lose to.
Yeah, but they beat teams they should, and this is one of teams. They beat good teams. They beat teams they shouldn't beat. They beat the good ones. They should have beat the Eagles, dude. Some fluke shit. The Bills are legit, man. Like, this is a scary team heading into the playoffs, man. Like, the Bills are one team I would not want to see in the playoffs.
Especially coming on 4, possibly 5 straight wins.
I mean, they've been playing for their life, dude. They've been playing for their lives the last few weeks. I like the Bills in this. I'm with Irv, dude. I like the Bills. I wish it was under a field goal, but I still might lay the field goal because, like Irv said, dude, Dolphins just have way too many defensive injuries right now.
Yeah. Well, and they beat the Dolphins week 4 by 28 points.
Yeah, and like I said, they dominated the line of scrimmage, dude. They were all over Tua, bro.
And that was all passing yards. Murray was their top rusher at 32 yards. Josh Allen had 320 yards. Diggs had 120 reception yards.
Yep.
And you've got Gabe Davis, who's been hot these last.
Miami, surprisingly, is actually one of the better teams against the rush. But I do think part of that is because they get up on teams so fast that they can't run the ball.
But how much of that is Bradley Chubb there too, who's now out, and you know with Buffalo that they're not going to be running the ball. So.
Yep. I like Buffalo here.
Yeah. Always got to play devil's advocate with you.
That's fine. It's always good, man. You always got to see both sides of everything. I mean, normally, like, a team gets blown out like Miami, I'm usually looking to back them the next week. However, I think this Bills team is they're starting to click. And I know the game last week, the game against the Pats last week was a fucking shit show, dude. That was a fucking shit show.
Their last 2 wins have been very close against mediocre, not good teams.
But that's what Buffalo does.
Yeah.
They play down to their competition, dude.
Yeah.
They're one of those teams. I like Buffalo here. Give me the Bills. All right. Let's get some best bets.
Here we go.
Wherever you want to go, you want me to go?
Oh, my 2 best bets. I'm gonna take the Bills -3. I'm gonna take the over for the Cardinals and the Seahawks. And I also like the another best bet. I'm gonna do Bears +3 against the Packers.
All right, Ben.
Okay, since we rich, we're buying points. We're buying a 0.5 point in the Saints game, make it -2.5. And we're buying a 0.5 point for Buffalo to make it -2.5. Buffalo, you have better value there. I think it should be at 2.5, should be at 130. Saints at 135. And then I gotta back Houston here. I gotta go money line -120. Good enough value there.
What is it? Houston?
Money line is -120.
Houston?
Yep. Houston -120.
All right.
Make me that money.
All right. My best bets, I'm going Titans +5.5. We're going really fucking ugly. And then we're going to go
Titans +5.5.
Titans +5.5, yeah. And then we're also going to go Cardinals +2.5. That's going to be my best bets. And I'm
over under for this New York Jets and Patriots game.
over 30.
Nasty work.
Dude, fucking under. It's gonna be a 6-3 game.
I don't know, man. Defensive touchdown, bro.
7-3 game.
What if there's 2 defensive touchdowns? 14 points right there.
14-7. It's going under.
This guy.
That's such trash, bro.
All right, well, I'm excited for this weekend. Excited for the last weekend of college. Of pro football. Also, the national championship. I'm taking Michigan in the national championship. I'm laying the points.
Yeah, that defense is very physical. Washington, man, they just keep rising to the occasion, though.
What's the over-under?
Probably 50, 51, 50.
Bro, I don't see Washington being able to slow down the run. And then I also think that if you watch the Sugar Bowl on Monday, Washington kind of struggled in the second half to score touchdowns.
Yeah, 56. Over-under is 56.
And I think Texas figured something out at the end. You have to blitz Michael Penix, dude. You can't just sit back and let him fucking throw it.
Michigan gets home with 4, though, so we're going to see how that works out.
Yeah, they do. And then on the flip side, I don't think Washington's going to be able to stop the run, dude.
I'd probably go Michigan and the over there.
Nah, if you like Michigan, you want the under. Again, it's one of those correlating things.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a close first half. Probably 35, 40 points in the first half, 21.
This game reminds me a lot of last year's national championship where Georgia was just so much more physical than TCU, but everybody was like, everybody was on TCU, dude. Everybody was on TCU +14. Everybody. And the books were like, they moved the line to 13.5, just daring people to bet it. Like, look, dude, this line, it opened at 4.5, went down to 3.5. It's back up to 4.5. Telling you, man, Michigan, they probably win this game. I think they win pretty handily. Especially if Kalen DeBoer gets in his fucking coaching management. Like, that last game, dude, that was some fucking... That was
It'll be
crazy.
interesting, brothers. I don't know. Washington, every time you count them out, man, they do their thing.
They do. But this is definitely the best defense they've faced. And the closest defense they faced to this was Oregon State. And that was a team they didn't score a single point in the second half.
Yeah. But they also didn't have Polk. He's healthy now. Well, Johnson's going to be a big key too. If he's not healthy, then I don't like Washington chances at all.
I don't think he's playing, bro. I look bad I look bad getting him off the field. And they said he already had foot issues coming into the game too. So we'll see. I like Michigan though. All right, thank you everybody for joining us. Make sure to download the Sharps app, SHARPZ. Use promo code JORD517. It's free to download. Track your bets. Become a better. Sharps app. Let's go. We'll see y'all on Sunday. We'll be breaking down. We'll be talking playoffs, man. We'll be getting ready for the playoffs. So looking forward to that. Yeah, man. You could follow us on Twitter at @Tapper_sports. Follow Irvin at Irvin TSP. Follow myself at Jordan Rules TSP. You can follow the podcast on Instagram at Tapper Sports Podcast. We got a new website coming. Be on the lookout for that. A lot of new stuff coming. Happy New Year, everybody. Enjoy Week 18. Enjoy the games. Let's get it. Let's go.
They're taking the under 30 pass, but